Hi Dan, it's me again. As you had requested and as I promised, I wanted to take another quick video. I hope it's going to come out as well as the first one. But you had asked me about the Ferris wheel, and to answer your question, that is my own creation. I am blessed to have two actual Lego stores that are about an hour away from my house. So once a month or so I can go out there and literally, they have walls in the back of the Lego stores where you can literally fill up buckets that are actually right here on the floor. You can take one of these buckets and you can fill them up with as many Legos as you can for about $15 US. And that is what you see. This is my personal passion. So when we had built the carousel, we enjoyed it so much that we kind of got frustrated because they didn't have a Ferris wheel, and the one that the Lego company had a couple of years ago was so small and was so puny that we decided that Daddy has to build one for the kids. So that is what you see here. There is a motor in the back, and yes, the wiring is underneath. I'll show you that in a second. Also the haunted house. I don't know if you're into the modulars, but if you are, this is without a doubt my personal favorite. I bought the set from the Lego store, added a motor inside of it. The ghosts that you see up here, let's see if I cannot zoom in. There they are. Those are the ghosts that come with the set, and at the bottom here is Mr. and Mrs. Frankenstein, I guess, or Dracula, and made them move as well. And then over here with the London Bridge, we have the lighthouse that recently got discontinued. Did the same thing. Added a tiny little motor inside. And so, to answer your question, underneath is all the wiring. And that will answer some of the questions. I'll explain to you the wires. Here we go. That is one battery pack. It runs off a remote control, so I can control the speed of all three. All of them run together, and to show you what I mean, as you can see, when I turn off the lights in the house, it will literally light just like a lighthouse. And so this is basically what I do. So let me turn this off here real quick. And yes, I do go through quite a bit of rechargeable batteries. To answer your questions about the lights, we have one battery pack right here. This one pack lights up literally all the lights that you see here. There's about 10 sets of lights, and all of them lit up by one battery pack. So the one that I send you one, and then two light bulbs with one light fixture that if you wanted to build, 10 of them all wired together. And as you can see here, I'm going to see if I cannot zoom in. It's underneath the whole table. That was part of the reason why I built the table. The other reason was I have a 3- and a 5-year-old, and I figured if they grow tall enough to reach the top of the table, then they're tall enough to touch the stuff. So until they do, I kind of build my own table, and as you can see, I got all the wiring. And the same thing in the back. Here are the wires for the haunted house and for the Ferris wheel engine. And that's basically it. So yes, you can easily wire them and simply play with them. And what you'll find is that the reason that my lights are a lot brighter than yours, I actually doubled up the voltage. There is 1.5 volt battery pack. This is a 1.5 volt battery, and they're actually, so what you see here is actually 3 volts. As a result, just so you know, when you do this, you will find that you will blow out light bulbs, as I did up there with the Eiffel Tower. The light, as soon as I connected the 4, and what I did was I took 4 light bulbs, connected them together, and there's literally a wire running all the way down to under the table. When I turned on the light switch, I literally blew out the light bulbs instantly. Now the problem is the light bulbs, the Eiffel Tower is so far away from me in the corner, I cannot even get to the top. So someday I will replace them. And yes, you can easily double the voltage and just make sure that you have enough light bulbs in case you blow them out. But yes, as you can see, everything is wired under the table. Mickey Moused it. The nice thing is you're dealing with 1.5 volts, so even if you do something stupid, it's not a big deal. And like I said, if you have any questions about it, simply email me. And I've done the same thing with all the other stuff. I can show you real quick. Like I said, having the 2 Lego stores nearby allows me to buy a lot of Legos in bulk, in huge quantities. And so being that my wife is a teacher, this was one of my other projects. I literally finished it just a few weeks ago. It's a 4-story school. Every floor is fully furnished, just like you would see in the modular buildings, and which are basically over on this side. These are the modulars. This is a section that has my modular buildings. I built my wife the Starbucks coffee. Not too sure if you have it in Australia, but if you don't, you'll have them there soon. And then this is the train station that I just recently finished. This goes alongside the modulars. It's not yet furnished on the inside. It will be soon. And because, as you probably know, the Lego company has these gorgeous trains. This was the new one that came out with. And the same thing down here. What I did was, let's see if I cannot turn this on. I did a bunch of wiring. Now over here on this side of the table, my lights are not connected. Instead, what I did was I actually took the Lego lights that you can buy off the Lego website, and basically there is the windmill, Lego set 4999, one of my personal favorites. I think it's absolutely amazing. And when that comes on through the battery pack, right there, let's see here, I don't know if you can see it, and I do apologize, but there is a battery pack there. One battery pack not only runs that, all the buildings are lit up. So you can do all kinds of wiring. That was part of the reason why I wanted it. And basically what I'm doing now is, as the new sets come out, like next month, the Lego company is coming out with a movie theater. I took away what was the marketplace, the original blue modular building. That one is now there. I'm going to be putting it on eBay and selling it. The same thing with the green grocer. I got that one. Like I said, I have another, what do you call it? The wind energy, the Vesta. I did not, my thinking was to have 2 of the wind turbines in my city. Unfortunately, let me turn this thing off here. Fortunately, ran out of space. So I got one that I will be putting up on eBay. Like I said, I pretty much got all the modulars, and this is, like I said, this is purely a hobby. So to answer your question, yes, 2 stories, as well as I think the wiring. So I think we got that all covered. Hope what I was able to share with you is giving you some of the answers to the questions that you have. And like I said, if you have any other questions, let me know. Also, if you're looking at buying any of the Lego sets, just so you know, the expensive ones especially, let me know, because a lot of them are, like I said, with the modular ones, and the same thing, I have all the big ones. Being a member of the Lego club out here in Colorado, and like my kids' school, I'm able to, everyone knows me as the Lego man. So sometimes folks, when they need to sell something, they will simply let me know, and either I sell it for them or I just buy it off for them. So like I said, let me know if you have any questions, and you can let your family know. No, you're not the only one who has not yet outgrown your childhood. There is at least one of us here, and there's a huge Lego club pretty much in every state in the United States. And like I said, I'm part of the Colorado chapter out here. So anyways, hope the info is of help. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions, and best of luck there to you. All right, take care. Bye-bye.